Good evening, my conservative spirits. Welcome, everyone. I know it has been quite some time, but I want to welcome everyone to my channel, Conservative Free Spirit. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, Conservative Free Spirit. Thank you for liking this video, sharing, for commenting. I do appreciate you. For many of you, the full moon is upon us in your area. This is not a full moon reading. This is just an energy reading for the day, but we can't deny that a full moon is here. So if you want to use this as a full moon and Taurus reading, you are more than welcome. If you just want to listen to the messages that are being delivered, then you're more than welcome to do so as well. This is for all zodiacs. Because we all have all 12 zodiac signs in our birth chart. So just open your ears, open your hearts, open your mind. So I'm seeing two catastrophes that have come to a close. So maybe one of them, we'll call them a catastrophe, and then the other, for some of you, we'll call it a problem. We'll call it a itch, an irritant, something to that effect. Depending on your perception, and regardless of what you were experiencing, it has in fact already happened. You've already been fired, you've already broken up, you've already moved on, you've already had the argument. You've already, I hate to say, you've already been robbed. Like, this is already in the past. Whatever it is that you could think of or that you have already experienced, it has already occurred, big or small. As well, some of you, this certainly had to happen because of something that you were asking for. After we have this situation, we also have a card that says, let's move forward. Yes, everything that you need, everything that you want is yours. I would be very careful in this moment of, oh my God, if you just help me, ancestors, if you just help me this one time, I'll blah, 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 blah. I would be very careful of speaking that out loud in this moment. It's a time of being still. It's a time of being observant. If you break a bone, you don't just go and do the Olympics the next day. The catastrophe of breaking the bone has already occurred. You are getting healed. You got your stitches, you got your cast set, whatever the case may be. And now you are recuperating. This could have been something that was very exhausting. Some of you, so exhausting that some of you may have enrolled in yoga or have been doing more meditation, or, you might be feeling that the situations that have occurred had something to do with your lack of meditation. Or, it could have just been written in the stars. It could have just been what needed to happen in order for you to start a new journey. Simple as that. Something had to be let go in order for this new journey to occur. I believe we are still in Scorpio season as well. If you are taking this reading as the full moon in Taurus, then that's also a release, if you will. So, it's a wonderful thing. A lot of you are rediscovering yourself. You're rediscovering, what makes you happy, what makes you look good, what makes you feel good. You're playing with some ideas as far as love are concerned. You know, do you want to be the bad person now? Do you want to be the heartbreaker now in love? Or do you want to be, you know, the partner? We'll say partner. And then for some of you, it's kind of even more so of, do I want to be the passive one, the submissive one? And I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just trying to give you all the facets of it. But a lot of you, because of this situation that has occurred, that put a gray cloud in your mind, in your existence for a brief moment, because of that situation, a lot of you are rediscovering yourself, or a lot of you are discovering a part of you that you never knew about. How you communicate with people, how you style hair, whoever that's for, how you style hair, how you garden, how you prepare your foods, how you wear your clothes, you know, how you travel about the city, who you travel about the city with. You know, you're re-questioning some of your tattoos, some of your piercing choices. Like, everything now is just being given the once over in depth, and very much so depth. This is the great time to do it. You know, you don't really want to act on anything right now. You just kind of want to write things down, make a list, you know, contemplate a lot of things, once over a lot of things, as opposed to acting on a lot of things. And, of course, if you have a life to live and you have things that, you know, must be done, by all means, take care of those things. If these are big, drastic situations that you are trying to partake in, I certainly would say hold off unless it is absolutely necessary. Unless absolutely necessary. So let's see what you are getting a wonderful yes to. What is it that is making you feel good? What is it that's your silver lining after this horrible, horrible storm that has occurred? What is this silver lining? And for some of you, it's simple. It's simply that you have an inner joy, that you have an inner peace, that you have stability. Some of you, you could have moved out of your parents' home, of your family's home, moved out with an overbearing landlord. You could have moved out. You could have just now gotten out of jail, or some situation that felt like jail, some situation that had some barriers, restrictions. A lot of you could have gotten your ankle monitor taken off now, and some paroles and some probations may have been set that may have been your yes. And these could be parole probations in life, probations in, of course, jail or prison, and fraternity sororities, with work, even possibly with relationships. And it could also be some parole probations with yourself. For some of you, whatever it was that you were going through and now you're rediscovering yourself, you might be giving yourself a time limit to, you know, lose some pounds, or a time limit to drink water every day, or, you know, only wear pants, whatever the case. Some of you could also be saying, well, that's the same, saying yes to health, saying yes to health. The scare could have also been health-wise, if I didn't say that already, you know, some sort of disease, some sort of sickness, some sort of ailment that could affect your life forever. And you're deciding, you know what, I'm going to start a new way of drinking, more water, a new way of preparing my food, a new way of communicating with people, a new way of looking at life. You're really deciding that a way of existing no longer works for you anymore. I really do appreciate that I'm seeing you have progress on this journey. I'm seeing you prosper on this journey of rediscovery or this journey of new self-discovery. You know, what makes you happy, what makes you whole, how to get to work on time, you know, how to keep your house clean, you know, how to stand up for yourself in conversations, in relationships, whatever it could be. But for a lot of you, I do see that this is a health situation, a weight situation. But you know, if that's not the case, then life is happening. So what would you apply this to? But once again, I do see progress. I do see forward movement. I do see success. And then it's going to turn into, for some of you, you know, not only was this just something that you started, something that you wanted to do better in. For some of you, I see that that's not going to be enough. It's going to be, okay, well, you know, I went 5 minutes on the treadmill. Well, you know what? I'm going to do 10 minutes. You know, I'm going to do 6 minutes even. You know, I drank water all day long. You know, well, I'm going to drink water tomorrow too. You know, I went walking today. I cooked my food. You know, this past weekend, I cooked a lot of dishes and it worked well for me. You know what? I'm going to do that for the rest of the week as well. Whatever this challenge is, you know, even something as risque as sex, you know, I allowed myself to relax. I allowed myself to be pleasured, to be vulnerable. And that was amazing. So you know what? I'm going to do that again with this person that has shown me, you know, that it's okay, that it's safe for me to be vulnerable with them or relaxed with them or whatever the case may be. So you'll decide that. Whatever this is, the progress is being made. Currently, the progress is being made. Yes. The progress is being made. And as you go forward, I see people looking at you or communicating with you differently. Maybe they can't come to you the same way that they came to you at first. Maybe they can't hold the same conversations that they held with you previously. You know, they can't dress the way that they dressed or treat you the way that they used to treat you. Either you are judging people now, or people are certainly judging you, observing you, looking at you, asking, you know, what's new, or, you know, how do they get into your circle? How do they get into your heart? How do they communicate with you now? You know, I don't want to say keep your guard up, but I do want you to understand that when people see that someone is doing better, when people hear that someone is doing better, when they feel that someone is doing better, they want to get on that train. They want to get on the feel good train. You know, they want to be a part of that. They want to be seen with that. So, I mean, you are adults. You've seen, some of you have seen what it's like when you are too vulnerable with strangers, when you're too vulnerable. And a stranger is anyone that's acting brand new. It's not just someone that you just met. If someone's acting brand new and that's a different kind of behavior, it's like, they're a stranger, whether they're your family or friend or enemy or associate or whatever the case may be. But I don't want to say just be guarded. I want you to observe what it sounds like when someone is trying to seduce you. I want you to observe what it feels like when someone is, trying to big up you or trying to be on your team and they never have been on your team before. I don't want you to snap at anyone or, belittle anyone or be mean to anyone. With this whole transformation, I implore you, I encourage you that as your transformation goes forward and people see that you have a better job, people see that you have better hair, people see you have better money, or they hear, that you have a better money or better changes in your life. I want you to observe what it looks like, what it sounds like, what it feels like when someone is not being sincere. What does it look like, feel like, sound like, smell like, taste like when someone, what have you, is not being sincere? There's no need to snap on them. There's no need to be angry with them or be upset with them. I don't want you to be guarded. I want you to kind of relish in this moment, and you're gonna know it when someone's saying something or doing something that is not genuine. Your antennas are gonna poke up because you're gonna see that. Okay, so this is what it sounds like. This is what it feels like. So that way you can take that with you. Take those feelings, thoughts, your feelings, thoughts, and actions with you, because everyone and everything will not be able to go with you as you sit on your throne, as you travel around the world, as you go to a higher level of conjuring, as you go to a different company, different promotion, a higher level of consciousness, as you go from being told what to do to be decision maker, whatever the case may be. Take the thoughts, feelings, actions, emotions of what it feels like when someone is not being genuine with you. Take that with you, because you will not be able to take everyone or everything with you as you go to your new levels. Thank you to all of my conservative free spirits. I appreciate you coming to visit my channel to listen to my readings. I understand that my subscribers are low, but the messages are for who the messages are for. Sometimes I get 4 clicks, sometimes, or views, sometimes I get 6 views. Sometimes there are people sitting in the chats and they don't comment or they don't like, or whatever the case may be. And in this moment, I'm not saying this to make you feel guilty. I'm saying this to let you know that I understand. I understand. And yet and still, this message is for you. Have a wonderful day.